Morning, hot ladies. How are you today? Good morning from a dull, overcast Ludlow. Still very beautiful though, always beautiful in Ludlow. Okay, what are you up to today? I've been working already, doing some of my work with my training hat on, and also doing an early morning get together with some other hypnotherapists to look at new technique we've all been learning and perfecting it, how we can use it to help stop people smoking. So if anybody is interested in learning how, well, not learning how to stop smoking, if that's what you want to do, then give me a shout. Okay. So today I've got a bit of crowded house. Always take the weather with you. Yeah, yeah. Helps if you can carry an umbrella, which could become a sunshade, because goodness knows what's going on. Turn this down a bit. Goodness knows what's going on with the weather. You know, 1 minute it's sunny, the next minute we've got thunder and hailstones, and this is May. So, yep. Is it global warming? What is it? Ideas, please. Does global warming exist? I have no idea. All the youngsters seem to think it does, and I'm sure they're right. Something's certainly happening, isn't it? Something's happening in our world. Well, today I wanted to talk to everybody about the importance of our words. So if you're watching this morning on live, or if you're watching on catch up, you know, welcome to day 4 of our challenge, which is about minding your words, trying to be exquisite with our words, if you like. Words are so powerful, and that's one of the reasons that I became an NLP practitioner, is looking at the power of words, how we use them, how we can convince ourselves of things because of our words. So today, just something which I'm going to put out there, which you may or may not know, is that in the English language, do you know we've got there's an average of about 500,000 words in the English language, and guess how many the average person knows? I looked this up yesterday. We use about 2,000 of them. So that's about 5% of the language is used. So all of those beautiful, beautiful descriptive words, those positive words that are out there. And yet so often we choose to use the negatives, don't we? We use the negative words, and that's why quite often we live sad, negative lives, because we convince ourselves that that's what life is all about, all the negatives. So, you know, words are more than just simply tools. They're more than just tools that we use on an everyday basis. They do have the ability to make or break somebody, as we well know. You know, when we were children, what was it? Sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never harm me. Well, that's totally wrong, isn't it? I think breaks and bruises and cuts heal, but sometimes the words we say to ourselves, the words we say to others, hurt. And you know, I've been guilty of it. A couple of years ago, I desperately hurt one of my sisters. Well, probably hurt all 3 of them. Desperately hurt her by the words that I used, which I didn't mean to come over as they did, yet they did. And by doing that, you hurt people to the core of their being. Words that you sometimes use flippantly, words that we can sometimes just put out there without really even thinking about what we're doing or what we're saying. And then it comes back to haunt us later, doesn't it? We go, oh no, why did I say that? Why did I say that? So today it is important. So looking at it What words do you use to yourself? What words do you use? Do you use positive words or do you use negative words on a daily basis? You know, and if you don't like your life, then quite often it's because of the power of words. Because we don't realise what we're saying to ourselves, all these negative things. That's right, I'm adjusting my camera. I've got my light here and it sort of catches my eye occasionally. So the power of words can do astounding things for us. And just, do you ever consider how strong the power of words can be? We use the same old words on average every day, don't we? We use the same words. You know, if we're tired, if we want to describe the feeling of being tired, we'll just say, oh, I'm tired. Yeah. And so we give power to those words, which in turn give power to ourselves, or less power to ourselves, because actually the word tired is a negative word. It takes away our power, doesn't it? And we all use them. And what we may not know, and for people who are out there who believe in the, what's it called, the secret and I've totally forgotten what it's called, but somebody out there will help me. The power of attraction, we attract to us what we put out there. So if we're putting out negative words, negative vibes, as we talked about vibes yesterday, if we put out those negative vibes, those negative feelings, that's what's going to come back at us. So we need to be really careful. We attract we attract what we think about into our lives. So we attract what we talk about into our lives. So if we're talking about negative things, that's what's going to come back at us. So it's about changing the way we think and changing the way we speak. So having a look at those things all the time, trying to be exquisite with our words. You know, and Buddha, he expressed it very well, didn't he? We receive into our lives, we receive anger, love, happiness, all those things. What we put out there will come back to us. So it follows, that our thoughts become our reality. So our words become our reality because our words back up our thoughts. We have thoughts coming at us all of the time, constantly coming, and it's down to us as to whether we actually interact with those thoughts. So it's thinking about which thoughts we are going to interact with, and then speaking the words that come from that. And so if we interact with our positive thoughts, hopefully then it's going to be the positivity that comes out. So first of all, looking at those things, the reflecting on what we say, we should avoid saying anything that limits our confidence. It takes a while for us to build up our confidence over the years. Something can happen, confidence plummets, and it's not right back up there the next day. It can take days, weeks, months, or even years to get back up to that same level again. And some words that we put out there, they give a sort of a defeatist type attitude. They hinder our potential. They hinder our success. So some of the self-defeating words that we use are things like, well, I'm crap at that, or I can't do it. I'm not good enough. Who uses that one or thinks that one? I'll fail. That's a big one, isn't it? I'll fail, so I'm not even going to try. I'm not up to the mark. I'm not clever enough to get that job. I'm a bad mother. I'm useless. I'm a bad wife. All of those things that we say to ourselves on a daily basis, we put ourselves down if we keep repeating them. But as I said, we only use 2,000 words. The average person only uses 2,000 words of the English language in their lifetime. That's not in a day, it's in a lifetime. So we use the same words all the time. So one of my challenges today is go and get a dictionary or go online, put a word in and look at all of the different ways that words you could use to say that same mundane word. The other thing that we tend to do is to make negative assumptions. So we tend to evaluate situations and assume the negative. So, for example, we might say, oh, the traffic's absolutely terrible, I'll be late for work. Or on a day like today or weekend, I don't know what the weekend's going to be like, but we might say something like, oh no, we're going to have pouring rain for the barbecue on Sunday. So immediately those are negatives. We're framing them in the negative. Now, there's no denying the truth that the traffic might be absolutely awful and you might be going to be late for work or think you're going to be late for work. Hi, Karen. And it may be the forecast is for rain on Sunday when you're going to be having your barbecue. But we can tweak those words. We can tweak the phrases that we use. So it's like changing circumstances within easy going, isn't it? Just change what we say, change how we phrase it. So it's a bit like being, hi Karen, having a great morning. Talking about words today and how easy it is for us to get ourselves into this downward spiral of negativity by the words we use, and also how we can hurt other people by the words we use. It affects our whole life. So we could say, instead of, oh, I'm going to be late for work, the traffic's awful, we could say, okay, I'm going to take another route today to avoid the traffic. You know what you're thinking, but when you're saying that out loud, I'm going to take another route today to avoid that traffic. You're not in the negative. You're not saying, oh, the traffic's absolutely awful, I'm going to be late. And what if you're not late? What if by avoiding that route, taking a different route, you're actually on time or even earlier? And you've driven a different route. So you've set up a new neural pathway in your brain. Remember yesterday when we were talking about doing things and I said about going for a walk. Get out there for a walk. Take a different route to the same place. What about the barbecue on the Sunday? So how could we reframe that? Instead of saying, oh, it's going to rain, it's going to ruin it. Why not think of, well, everybody bring an umbrella. Things aren't going to stop because of a little bit of rain. Yeah. And I know at the moment barbecues with friends are still on the horizon, but it's looking at how we frame things. So what things do you say to yourself? I can see Karen's on there. I'm not sure who else. There's other people on too. But, what sort of things do you say to yourself that afterwards you wish you hadn't said, because you can feel yourself going down and down and down? We do it. I do it. And I'm a life coach. I still do it from time to time. But I have to stop myself and think, this isn't getting me anywhere. Sit down, breath in. Let's just reframe. Let's just think about, how can I reframe that? And also to question our thoughts before we put them into words. You're rubbish at that. Yeah, that's something we do say. Oh, I'm rubbish at this. I'll never finish this on time. I can't do that. All of those things. Now, did we think that when we were a baby? When you were a baby, do you think you thought, oh, for heaven's sake, they're walking. God, I'll never be able to do that. I'm going to be rubbish at that. I can't walk. I'll never learn to walk. Of course we didn't. What did we do? We dragged ourselves up. We stood at the edge of the sofa. People held our hands. We knew that we could do it because we fell down and we got up again. We got up again. And it's the same with everything. It's to look at it. I can't. Well, who says you can't? How do you know you can't? Comparing ourselves to other people, Karen's just put on there. Yeah, they're way better than me. Comparison is another big thing, isn't it? We compare ourselves to others. It's human nature. It's one of the things that we just do. And also, I think that stems back from being children. We are compared to others. People compare us. Our parents compare us from being little. Oh, that one's sitting up, mine's not sitting up yet. Oh, so we're compared all the time. And I think that's it. But when we're older, we don't need to compare ourselves to other people. Why would we do that? We are different. You are a unique human being. There's only one of you on this earth. There's only ever been one of you. There will never be another one quite like you. You are unique, special, precious human being. And I see you. And nobody's better than you, ever. They may be different to you. They do things differently to you. They have different skills to you. You will be far better at things than other people. That's your skill. That's your talent. That's your gift. So don't compare yourselves to other people. Just do what you can. Do your best. And that's good enough. It's just you who compares. When we're children, yep, people compare us. We're compared at school. That's why we have grading systems. You know, we have the grading systems. You're a youngster, you do your maths test and you either come top or you come bottom, or sometimes you might come way in between. But that's a comparison. Is it good? Is it saying that the person who didn't understand fractions at that time is useless at fractions now? No. No. Just at that time, they weren't the top. So stop thinking about ourselves as being, other people being better than us, because nobody is any better than you. So please, please never think that. You know, dwelling on the past. We do that, don't we, as well? And that's something that can set us back when we look at things, when we're hurting inside. Sometimes we will look at things and go, oh crikey, you know, if only that hadn't happened, if only I had divorced him sooner, I wouldn't have been so miserable for so long. Just putting that out there. There's all of those things we say, you know, oh, if my mum hadn't neglected me when she didn't let me have white ankle socks instead of having fawn long socks. Yep, that happened to me. But does it bother me now? No, not in the slightest. We had fawn long socks for school. Other people had lovely, lovely white ankle socks, but no, my mum was very practical. So fawn or grey long socks, yeah. And I think that's why now I like pretty little socks and things like that. My daughter always had pretty little frilly socks. But can we blame our life on that? No, of course we can't. You know, oh, if I hadn't failed that exam, I'd be a brain surgeon by now. You know, if I had my time again, I'd love to be a brain surgeon. But would I ever be able to do that? Is it way out of, oh, if I'd gone to the right school, if I'd had taken the right exams, if I'd set my mind to it, who knows? Who knows what I could have become? But I didn't. And I'm happy with who I am and what I am now. In fact, I love myself. I absolutely love myself. Does that come over? But it's taken me years and years and years to get to that stage. You know, I was very, very ill for a few years with anxiety, depression and stress like you wouldn't know it. I was in hospital. It was an awful time. I thought I'd never crawl out of that deep pit. And then, well, I found hypnotherapy and NLP years ago. Well, hypnotherapy years ago, that's what helped me. But we have to try equals failure. But we need to try and just get ourselves into this different frame of mind. It's reframing. And Karen's asking, why is it naturally easier to be negative? It's not. So it's one of those things, isn't it? And I've totally lost my train of thought because that phone call went. Why is it easier to be negative? We train ourselves to be negative. We can come out of that. It's positivity. It's using the positive words. So reframing what we're saying. So as I said, instead of, oh, the barbecue is going to be ruined, it's going to be pouring with rain, oh, you know, everybody bring umbrellas, bring your raincoats. We're not going to let a little bit of rain put us off. Reframe. So hard, so hard. But once you get into the ways of doing that, once you realize that everything is just a thought coming in, then life becomes a lot easier. It really does. So holding other people as, you know, problem, we say that, oh, they're the responsible for our misfortunes, you know, oh, it's all so-and-so's fault. That only increases our bitterness and our regret. And this is around a lot of people who can't let go of the past. They blame other people. They hold people responsible. I'll never forgive him for what he said to me. I'll never forgive her for what she said. I will never forgive you. I mean, those are strong words, aren't they? And forgiveness is one of the most releasing things that we can ever do, to forgive someone. It's just the most enlightening and lightening thing that we can do. You know, the people that we're frustrated with, they don't realise, or they don't even bother that they've hurt you. So what's the top tip for letting go? Top tip for letting go is forgiveness. It has to be, Karen. It's about forgiving. Once we've done some forgiveness work with ourselves or on ourselves and enabled us to do that, then letting go, honestly, it becomes so much easier. It really does. I mean, you know, I've been married 3 times, and I can honestly say now, I love my ex-husbands. I have no problems with them now. At the times I hated them, but now I'm ambivalent towards them. I've forgiven them for everything, any harm that they caused me, and I hope that they've forgiven me. They may do, they may not. That's their problem. I've forgiven them. So this sense of release is actually really wonderful. So instead of, as I say, framing in the negative, it's looking at how can we change it? How can we change it? So using those negative things, so how can we stop it then? First of all, it's when you start to think of something in the negative, replace it with another, a more gratifying one. Stop yourself, physically stop yourself, and just think, right, okay, how can I change that? What other words can I use? Almost make it a game to find a negative word. Okay, what's the opposite of that? You know, opposite of hate is love. So instead of hating someone, love them. Send out love. Send out this positivity to them. Send out love. They don't have to know you're doing it, but the more we love other people, the more it comes back to us. And the more positive we are, we put positivity out there, it comes back to us tenfold. Honestly, try it. You know, think of successes that you've had instead of visualizing failures. If you're applying for a job, don't think, oh, I'll never get it. Why might you not get it? I'll tell you, many years ago, I worked for the Health Authority, and I remember the job description of one of the directors of the department I worked in came through. He was leaving. This job description came in, and I'm going through this job description, and I'm thinking, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. Just going down this job description. And I thought, there's no way on earth I could ever apply for that job. I could never apply for that job because I will never get it in a million years. And I didn't apply for it. But a year later, I was doing that job plus more and making a real big success of it. Just not in the Health Authority, doing exactly the same thing, but in the private sector. This is back in 1993. And I was doing that job because I suddenly had decided, yeah, do you know what? I can do that. I can do that. So I was doing a job which was bigger than his job, bigger than that job description, and I absolutely aced it. So it's looking at how we can reframe things. And that's a time where I decided to start thinking positively about things. So use positive words. You know, when we're thinking on gracious thoughts about ourselves, use positive words. Change I can't to I cans. Or what if I can? What if I could do that? What if I could arrange flowers? I like flowers and I stick them in a vase and I'm okay. But you know, what if I could be an amazing florist? What if I could be absolutely amazing? Well, I probably could be if I gave it a go. But at the moment, I haven't got the time to do that. I'm choosing to spend my time on other things. What if I could be a fantastic driver? Certainly not a fantastic driver, but what if I could be? And if I went out for more lessons, I've been driving for 40 odd years now, but if I went out for lessons, if I joined the advanced motorist and went for lessons there, if I did that, maybe I could be a fantastic driver. But I don't want to. My husband does most of the driving. I'm happy with the driving I do. So it's looking, don't denigrate ourselves. So all in all, basically what it's about today is saying if we use negative words, we'll get a negative life. If we use positive words, if we think positively, we'll get a positive life. It will change your whole way of being. I promise you that. Try it. Try reframing. Okay, so time for a meditation. Who'd like a meditation? So we'll do a short meditation today and looking at meditation for positivity. So for those of you who are here live, if you'd like to bring your hands up to your chests, and for those of you who are watching on catch up, find somewhere comfortable to sit down, bring your hands up to your chest and just take a nice calming long breath in and out. In and out, just at your own pace. That's right. And allow your eyes just to comfortably close down. Breathe in and then breathe out in a long sigh through your open mouth, if you'd like to. And again, in and out in a long sigh. In and out, and get it go down the full length of your body. That's right, allowing your body to soften and release. Release whatever it's brought with it here today. Release anything that it no longer needs to carry. Take your awareness down to where the weight of your body is resting on a surface. So that could be on your bottom, maybe on your feet if you're standing, maybe on your back if you're having a lie down. And surrender more of the weight of your body onto that surface. Just notice the support is steady, holding you firmly. Just notice the steadiness is there for you now. Just sit back into this steadiness. Allow all of you to sit or lie if you're lying down. That's right. Freeze down into that steadiness. And in your own time, just become aware of the sensation of that crisp, fresh air entering your nostrils. Notice that the air is so cool as it enters and warm as it is exhaled from your body. As you breathe like this, just let your breath slow and lengthen. And in your own time, become aware of the movements your body makes as you are breathing in and as you're breathing out. Feel your chest rise and feel it sink back down again. Now notice that you're breathing in from the space around you and back out into that space. And with your eyes gently closed, become aware of the play of light through those closed eyelids, right around your peripheral vision. Just imagine now and sense the space around you with its tapestry of sounds and sensations. Just let them be there. Become aware of the air touching your face and your body. Sense the space spreading out either side of you, way into the distance and beyond. That's it. And allow yourself as much space as you need as you sit back into your body's weight, allowing yourself to rest and relax now. Letting your mind just relax deeply along with your body. And as you do so, bring your mind to all you truly wish for, all you would love to really happen in your life now, all that you've dreamed of. And enjoy the good feelings that imagining these things brings to you. Just relax down deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. And in your own time, picture everything you would love to have in your life and surround it with a radiant, life-giving light. Allowing your heart's energy to pour out to all that you see before you. Surround your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations. Surround it all now with pure love, nourishing, protecting, energizing love, the power of pure love. It's saturating everything, everything now. Feel it around you, feel it in you. And just step into this beautiful picture and just imagine all the things that you truly, truly love in your life. All those things, all those people that you truly, truly love in your life. Just imagine them now. Imagine them surrounded by radiant light and pure love. As if this is really happening now, in this moment. And notice, just notice how good it feels to have everything just the way you've always wanted. Allow those good feelings to radiate throughout your body, through into your mind, and fill you up from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Enjoy everything being in place completely as you would like it now, exactly as you would like it. Just noticing the difference it's making in your life. Notice how you feel about everything. Notice how you see everything. Notice just how you feel about yourself now. Just feel all of the positivity coming to you through that love, with that love. Perhaps you begin to see other possibilities, other positive possibilities opening up for you. Opportunities that are just right for you. as the universe shows you all the wonderful things that are possible and all the joy, the fulfillment and inner peace that they can bring you. The inner peace that they are bringing you now. Imagine, just imagine being surrounded by radiant light and pure, pure love. And send your wishes, your hopes and dreams out into the universe. Send them out like hundreds of beautiful butterflies just set free. And just see these butterflies, see their wings lit up as they're flying out towards this radiant, beautiful light and love. And know that everything is unfolding just like those butterfly wings. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should be. Give thanks for all that is good. Everything that is good in your life, give thanks now. No matter how small a thing, give thanks. And in your own time, notice this steady support directly beneath your body. Become aware of the sensation of the fresh air entering and leaving your nostrils. That cool air on the way in and the warm air on the way out. And sense the feeling of the movement of your body as you breathe in and out. And just breathe along with any feelings, any sensations, any emotions that may have risen to the surface at this time. Just be with them. Now allowing your breath to release what it wants to release. You just want to keep those positive, life-affirming, wonderful, positive things with you today as you go about and get ready for your day. And if there are any words of support or an affirmation of your own that comes to you, just let them come and accept them. An affirmation such as, I am good enough. I am strong. I am love. Feel those positive affirmations. Find one to keep with you for today. And in your own time, when you're ready, you can open your eyes, have a big stretch and feel positive about your day, ready to go about the rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 9 AM. So take care, much love,